Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We are going to be looking at all three sides of this connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it, the concept being that there are three sides to every story. So we're looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. This middle section looking at what is the deeper purpose of this connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As I do in all of my readings, I've pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages as well as the overall theme of the reading, but we still have a different tarot deck we'll be diving into for each side of the connection, as well as the advice deck that I will be using in the extended to close out the reading. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. The point of these readings is to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can be swapped, so the whole reading can be reversed for you. If that is the case, that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point is to take what resonates and leave what does not. All right, Cancer. On your side of the connection, you have overstepped boundaries with the devil. So you in this connection specifically definitely feel as if your boundaries have been overstepped, possibly over and over again. I don't feel like this was a one-time thing. Now with the devil here, this devil, I feel like, you know, sometimes when we have an attachment to someone, when we're blinded by love, if you will, and I'm not saying that's totally the case, but when we have a tendency to be a little blinded by love, we can then overlook we'll overlook some things that they do. So we'll let them cross our boundaries because, well, we care about them so much and we don't want to mess up the connection. And sometimes that can lead to some not so great dynamics. Now, I just feel ultimately as if these overstepped boundaries in this connection were a lot of the reason that there are issues at this time, because this person has karmic with the Hangman in reverse. So they're holding on to something very karmic in their life. And it feels as if it's separate from this connection, but it feels as if whatever this is holding on to, whatever they're holding on to that is very karmic is directly affecting you in some way. And I'm not sure, maybe this is their devil too. You know, maybe there's addiction or, I don't know, codependency, mental health issues. It could be literally anything. But I feel like we'll get more of that when we do start to pull in tarot. In between this connection, inconsistencies with the Judgment in reverse. So there's definitely inconsistency in this connection. This, you know, not really this alignment with what they say versus what they do, or how they say they feel about you versus how they act. And I feel as if that has been which is why we can sometimes have a tendency to attach to someone, is because they tell us certain things, or, you know, they make us feel a certain way, which then we have a tendency to look at that through that lens of like rose-colored glasses in a way and ignore the rest, and hoping eventually that things will change or things will get better. But then when they don't, we're the ones who end up getting very hurt. And so I feel as if that's definitely been a bit of a theme in this connection, especially with it being in the truth of this connection. Now, the overall theme is transformation. I feel, Cancer, as if you are going through a transformation. And I feel as if this connection is either affected by that transformation or is pushing you into that transformation of some sort. So let's start, Cancer, with your side of this connection, overstepped boundaries with the devil. This is Cancer side of the connection to the person you're dealing with. This is for Cancer side of this connection. Cancer side of the connection to the person they're dealing with. Two of Swords with the Three of Wands in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. See, you're definitely aware of your boundaries being overstepped. I don't feel like it's something that you're totally ignoring. It feels like it's something that you're justifying, though. Justifying your boundaries being stepped in some way. Which I do get, but it also feels as if there's something deeper that needs to be brought to the surface here, because I feel like this devil is blocking a lot. It's blocking a truth. And I don't really know what that means yet, but I feel like the devil is in the way. That's what I'm hearing. The devil is in the way. And that's coming from your side. But yeah, I feel as if there's almost, it's like you're aware that your boundaries are being crossed, but there's this justification of it. Well, they're going through a lot, or they really need me, or something like that. Which is, I get. I just feel like there's more to it than that. Let's get more for you, Cancer. Hope without action. Hope without action. And then there's the Judgment in reverse, the same Judgment in reverse we're dealing with. So, and the Two of Cups, and that's in literally like rose-colored glasses, and then there's the Two of Cups, which is love. Like you have a lot of love for this person to the extent that you're a little bit blinded by it, Cancer, which we've all been there, okay? But I just feel as if you have this hope that things are going to get better, that you're going to be treated like you deserve, that you're going to, that this person eventually will let go of something karmic, a karmic path or a karmic person or a karmic job or something, whatever this is that's directly affecting the connection. And in your mind, I feel as if there's this idea that once that is settled, things would be really good. So it feels as if you're waiting on this person to change. I also feel with the Six of Cups, in some way, this person has either been a part of your life for a very long time, or because there's the Six of Cups, so been a part of your life for a really long time, or no, that's what I'm gathering. You've put so much into this relationship, into this connection, that it's hard to imagine your life without them. Which is why I feel you're so willing to kind of turn a blind eye to some of the ways that you feel uncomfortable in the connection, because I feel as if there's this, I don't know, this loving, there's just this immense amount of unconditional love for this person. But you're stuck. Six of Swords in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, because this connection, you're stuck accepting less than what you deserve. And you know that. This is not something that you're unaware of. You know you're accepting less than what you deserve. You're just hoping things will change. I feel like you have a lot of empathy for them, for what they're dealing with, what they're going through. But you're stuck on what doesn't align with your value. Now, I'm not saying toss this person to the side. Maybe you already did. But I do absolutely feel as if boundaries are key here, especially because you're going through a really deep personal transformation. And this transformation, what I'm gathering from this, it's almost as if this is necessary to get you to where you want to be in your life. To get you to a place where you're able to attract the love that you deserve, to attract the abundance that you deserve, to be in alignment with your heart's desires. This transformation is absolutely necessary for that. But the more you accept less than what you deserve, the more you block this. And that's the biggest thing that I feel you're needing to see about this connection. feel like those messages came out really clear. Yeah, because there's a 10 of Cups on the bottom. I mean, you love this person. You love them deeply. Let's see, though. This person, karmic with the Hangman in reverse, this person's energy toward Cancer. Now remember, these don't have to be just romantic connections. I know I have a tendency to speak about them as if they are, because I feel like the majority of people listen to them with that intention, but this could be friends, family members, coworkers. This person's energy toward Cancer. Karmic with the Hangman in reverse. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You don't have to be, though. Queen of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords here. You are very much a source of this person's stability. You keep this person grounded in a way, or at least you did if this is a past connection. But the thing is, with this 8 of Swords, this person's kind of trapped in their own, like the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords in reverse is actually my favorite card in tarot, because it speaks of releasing yourself from the self-imposed limiting beliefs that you've placed on yourself. And this is them being trapped in that. So they're trapped kind of in a life or a situation that they've created for themselves, but they have these limiting beliefs about whether or not they can break out of it. And this doesn't have to do with you. This is something karmic. Something that they're holding on to that's very karmic, not good for them. It's like, they're choosing to stay trapped. So I feel like that is why, it feels kind of like you're going through this transformation, experiencing this growth, leveling up in a way, and they're choosing to stay trapped where they're at, which is what most people are doing, because it's easier, it's safer, seemingly. It's not actually safer, but it feels safer. All right. This person's energy toward Cancer. And I feel like that's very frustrating for you, because I feel not only do you see the potential of this connection, but you see the potential of this person. And it's like, man, if you could break out of that, if you could just see your own potential, if you could just see how good you truly are. And it feels like you see all these things in them that they don't see in themselves, which is why, again, I feel you're so willing to allow them to overstep your boundaries, because there's that level of unconditional love you have for them. They're choosing a false sense of security, which creates emotional unavailability. A false sense of security that's creating an emotional unavailability. It's like whatever this karmic situation is here. It keeps them emotionally unavailable. I don't know what that is, though. Obviously, yeah, it could be another person. Or it could be dealing with like a toxic family member, or I don't know. Like religion is also coming to mind. Not that all religions are toxic, but like, I don't know, like something that limits them. And it creates a belief system that limits them. Which is why I'm thinking like a set of rules of some sort, either imposed on them by like their family, religion, maybe just society as a whole. I'm not sure exactly, but something karmic that they're holding on to that creates an emotional unavailability. It almost feels like you're waiting on this person to break out of this. Because you know something needs to change. Nine of Cups. Oh, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want to grow up. It's interesting because this can be like desires. And then the Page of Pentacles in reverse is kind of, for me, in this reading, giving like an immature kind of energy. Desire immaturity. Desire. It's like they don't want to grow in the way that you're growing. They want to choose to stay where they're at. They want to choose to stay emotionally unavailable because it's easier. It's easier than change, because transforming requires a lot of effort. It requires facing yourself, right? They desire to stay where they're at, even though they're not happy there. But that's why they're hanging, that's why it's karmic, right? It's something that there's a deep lesson associated, something that, and this doesn't feel like this has anything to do with you. I don't think that this karmic thing they're holding on to is you. This is something that is directly affecting their connection with you. Like, something that comes to mind is like you're working on, say, getting sober. You don't want to drink anymore. And you don't want to, or you at least don't want to, drink as much as you used to. But this person does. And they're not really willing to change that pattern or that behavior, which kind of impacts the connection as a whole, because maybe a lot of the times that you spent together, you were going out, or you were, I don't know, something like that. It's like, and that might not be the best, that might not be exactly what it is. I'm not saying it has anything to do with that. Okay, that's not the story. It just feels like, yeah, there's something here. Like, you're growing, they're choosing to stay where they're at. And these inconsistencies, it's because the Judgment in reverse, kind of blinded by love, rose-colored glasses, it feels as if there's inconsistencies in the potential you see in them, what you see they can be, and what they're showing up as, which I feel is why things are so hard for you, because you see them through this like magical, wonderful, lovable lens, and that allows you to kind of see what they're capable of in a positive way, but then they don't show up as that person that you see them as being or could be, and that directly affects you. But okay, we're gonna hop back on over now to your side here, Cancer. This is Cancer side of the connection to the person they're dealing with. Cancer side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Cancer side of this connection. Ooh, that's kind of a lot. I want clear, concise messages. I'm going to reshuffle here really quick. You have this hope, but you keep getting met with disappointment. You have this hope about this person and this connection, but they keep disappointing you. I think one of the most difficult things about relationships is when we see that potential and what someone or something can be, and they don't meet that. It can make us feel like it has something to do with us. Like, are they just not being emotionally available because it's me, because I'm not deserving, because they don't see my value? And in reality, there's something going on with them that's keeping them, because they're stuck in a personal karmic cycle of some sort. It's like they don't want to grow up. That's why I keep hearing grow up. Even if they're like a grown person, even if they're like 50, 60, 70 years old, like they don't want to grow up. You have all this hope, but you're just met with disappointment. And it's like that, this connection, it almost feels like it isn't aligning with you anymore as much as it used to. Star in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles. See, there's the Page of Pentacles upright. And I'm taking it as like the opposite of this Page of Pentacles, right? Because this feels like this is you tapping into your own potential here. Outside of this connection, this is you tapping into your own potential. That's this transformation. And you desperately want them to come along with you. You want them to be by your side through this. But I don't know. It's almost as if you can't force someone to grow, right? Not everyone here is here to grow. Some people are here to show us what it looks like if we don't choose to grow. But yeah, there's this attachment to this person. You just love and care about them so much, and I get it. But there's this need to make sure that you're being honest about what's best for you. Because what's best for you is probably best for them too. There you are with the Judgment in reverse again. Kind of getting out of those rose-colored glasses, whether you're male or female. This is you. And also ultimately understanding, and I'm not telling you what to do. This is just giving you information into the connection, right? Most of the time, information you already know to make the best decision for yourself. But there is this need. I mean, this is the third time we've seen this Judgment in reverse. This need to see the truth behind what's really going on and understand that anything that is lost in our life, anybody that is lost in our life through choosing ourselves or setting boundaries or standing up for ourselves is never a loss. It is merely alignment. And one of the most difficult aspects about growth and evolving and a spiritual journey as a whole is that not everyone can come with you. And those that do, are meant to be in your life, and those that don't, it's not that they were a waste of time or that connection doesn't mean anything. It's just that, different vibrations resonate with different vibrations, and as you rise your vibrations, you're going to keep missing each other. You're not going to resonate with each other as much as you did before. And I don't know, and I just feel like, I don't know. It's frustrating for me in this reading, seeing how much you love this person, and then at the same time seeing this person's unwillingness to grow. But let's see, this person's energy toward Cancer. And I feel like it's obviously frustrating for you too. Because if they keep overstepping your boundaries and making you feel not good enough, then that's just going to impact you in a negative way. And you can only accept someone overstepping your boundaries for so long before it starts having a detrimental impact on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, because it's going to exhaust you. It's going to drain you. Four of Wands with the Ten of Swords. Okay. You know who your people are. when you're surrounded by the people that lift you up and support you when it comes to you being the best version of yourself, right? And the most difficult part about that is that people who are not actively trying to be the best version of themselves will look down on people who are. And that isn't because the ultimately where that stems from is people who are witnessing other people change for the better who aren't changing themselves because of fear or trauma or whatever the case might be, and they're not working through any of that. They're going to look at their insecurities are going to be projected onto that other person. I feel like that's kind of what they're doing. Because I don't feel as if there's any sort of, there might not even be a necessary accountability of recognizing that they need to change. They might be so kind of deep in the karmic aspect of whatever this is that they might not even recognize that there's anything wrong. Which this might be where they're supposed to be at this time, right? And that is in the book Judgment Detox by Gabby Bernstein. One of the things she speaks about is how it is not our job to change others. It's our job to love and accept others as they are and then make the best decision for ourselves outside of that. And even if we think that something is better for someone else, like it's better if they grew or healed or, learn to open up and be emotionally available, although we can, just know that those things are better not just for them but for anyone, it is not our responsibility to say what is or isn't best for that person at that time, because in order for people to change, they have to recognize that they need to, right? And if we give people what they desire without them having to change, they're never going to change. That's where enabling comes in. And so that's why we have to be cognizant of the fact that sometimes when we're actually lacking our own boundaries and lacking love for ourselves and not standing up for ourselves, that is not only lacking love for us, but it is actually lacking love for others too. Because the best way to love others is to do, because we can only love other people to the extent we love ourselves first. If you're loving yourself first and foremost, even if that means making a decision that might impact others, I don't want to say impact others in a negative way, like not do what's best for yourself regardless of the effects on others. I mean, like if setting a boundary disappoints somebody else, that isn't your burden to bear. Their disappointment of your boundary isn't your burden to bear. And it feels as if there's almost this level of guilt coming from you, Cancer, for believing that you are deserving of more. But I feel like there's this need to recognize that, like I said, you're going through a transformation here in your life that is absolutely necessary to where you're supposed to go in this life. And it's not your burden to bear if somebody is not able to come with you or going to come with you. I don't know. I feel like that sounds kind of harsh, but it definitely feels like they're holding on to things that aren't good for them. And I feel like that's very frustrating for you, obviously, but I don't know. It's interesting how, because I can just feel this unwillingness to grow from this person. It's just like I don't want to change, even though they're unhappy, because they're obviously hurting. There it is. Your disappointment is from them not going anywhere with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's no forward movement. It's like this person is stuck in the past. Or stuck, not even just in the past, but like stuck. Yeah. And look at that. The Judgment in reverse peeking out right there. But you see this through rose-colored glasses. But the disappointment because I feel like the biggest thing you're needing to notice is their unwillingness to grow and be vulnerable and open up and be emotionally available. That doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you're not valuable or you're not good enough or you're not deserving of the love that you desire through this person. People don't grow for other people, and that's not something that we should take personally when that's the case, because that's not how it works. People grow and will only grow when it's for themselves. We can't shame other people into growth. It won't work. And I feel like this is kind of that definition of let people be who they are and adjust your proximity accordingly. Whatever that means for you. Here's the Five of Pentacles. It's like they don't want to lose this connection, but they don't want to do anything to change. Ace of Wands in reverse, no action. It's like they feel, losing you would hurt them, but in their mind, they would rather do that than take any action to grow. It's crazy how there's this stubbornness, just this like heels in the ground, like I'm not going there, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to change, I'm not going to grow, I'm not going to heal. It's really interesting. And maybe it's just because they have a lot they'd have to face and they've been running from it for so long that it's just easier at this point. But yeah, there's definitely something, this person is holding themselves back big time. And the more you try to pull them with you, the more you're going to end up, like I think about, you're saving yourself from drowning. And the more that you're trying to pull this person up, but they refuse to be saved. It's like they want to continue to drown. Wow, that got really dark, but not exactly like that. But it's like they want to stay where they are, and you try to pull them up and try to help them, but they're at the same time, they're like, no, I don't want to go. And they're pulling you down, which is going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you from being able to rise above, from your transformation, from your growth. Which is why I feel like boundaries and making sure that you are adjusting your proximity according to what's best for you in this connection is going to be absolutely necessary. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended inconsistencies with the Judgment in reverse. I'm going to pull 9 different messages looking at the deeper purpose of this connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. And then I have an advice card I'll close out the reading with. Thank you so much, Cancer, as always, for your support of my channel. I obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing. And as always, Cancer, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Cancer.